clean right there. The one up here. And then on the other side as well. Look at all that dust come out of there. And then when you do that, take some carburetor cleaner or brake cleaner and clean that up. Alright, let's do both sides and we'll be right back. This channel is a member of the Astral Stars, which means we have a zero-tolerance policy against the harassment of others. Anybody who violates that policy will be banned. For further information, please visit www.theastralstars.com. Alright guys, now before we put the new brake pads on and all, what we need to do is grab your caliper. I ain't liking that. Well, it's smooth. These pistons right here, we have to continuously push those back till they flush, or we're gonna have a hard time putting these, almost impossible, putting this caliper back on. So before you do that though, what you're gonna do,
well, maybe that's what the other person did, and it didn't push him all the way back, and that's why he ended up jamming them up.
That definitely could be a possibility. So before we do push that back though, grab you a piece of paper towel, and I call this the Timmy towel method, and I'll meet you up in the front, up under the hood. We'll be right back. Alright guys, here's your master cylinder. What you want to do is take the cap off, put that to the side. Take your Timmy towel and just stick it right in there. The reason why I'm doing this is because when we push those pistons back on the caliper, this fluid's going to back up, and you don't want it spilling all over the engine. So you put that...
But what's the reason for opening it?
Because if you don't, a lot of master cylinders have one-way valves, and if you try to push that piston back on that caliper without letting it breathe out like this, you will damage the master cylinder. When you go step on the brakes, you will not have no brakes, and you'll be sitting there with your thumb up your butt wondering what the heck happened.
Okay.
It's just talking to the customer. I don't know. It was like that when he came in here. How'd I drive in here? I ain't got no brakes. I don't know. That's your problem. All right, let's get back to the wheel, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, what you gonna do? Let's take your caliper, bring it up to about there. Take one of your brake pads, put it in. What I like to do at this point, I like the soft part, the part that's hitting up against supposed to hit up against the rotor. I like to push that up against the pistons. All right, then you want to take your C-clamp. Dang it, you gotta make sure it's opened up enough. Okay, and then this is a dual piston caliper, which means there's two pistons. Now what you can do a lot of times, and it does work, squeeze this side enough, and it'll automatically push that one in. Let's see if this does it. So as I push that one in, you can see that one going in. Then when I get to a point of stopping, try to keep going. It moved it a little bit, but if not, what you're gonna do is move over to the other side, and what I'm gonna try to do here is I'm gonna try to grab like right in the center up here, because sometimes when you do that, push this one in, this one will start coming out. Alright, now, you don't want to go over there and do the other side unless you got something holding this in, because there's a good chance that when you're pushing this side in, the other side is coming out. So you want to put this side together first before you go to the other side. Alright, so we set that up like that. Let's get our new brakes, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got our brand new brake pads. Yeah boy, look at that. Silent stop. You know what? Let's compare. Look at that. You're like, what's the difference? There's brake pads, there's brake pads. No. Look how sloped that is right there. And look how this one's barely sloped. They trying to cheese you out a brake pad on that one. That's what they trying to do. Trying to get over on somebody. What the heck their problem is. Alright, let's stop playing around here. Let's get these. First of all, we're gonna install our new clips. Now this one goes like this, and as you can see, it's got little tabs that hooks on right between the brake caliper bracket and the rotor, and then on the outside it just hooks in. So that's all you're gonna do is put it in like that and squeeze that down. Alright, now the other one goes just the opposite way. The tabs are facing upwards now. And you bring it in and push that up into place. That's looking good already. Now guys, this is very important. This is what they messed up on the other side because they didn't do this side. It messed up. Now what you want to do, get you some brake lubricant. And now we're going to do the 007. The 007, we call it 007. Instead of putting your finger right there and put that in there, use a Q-tip. So you put some on the Q-tip, if you can get that out of there. Put some on the Q-tip, and you want to install it right just like that. And you want to install it on the 4 sides, on the other side, and then up on this side. And try not to get none on the rotor. Alright. So let's get that done. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go on the other side and install the other clips in the meantime. And we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're ready to install our pads. Now installing pads is pretty easy. Now if you notice,
You would think.
yeah, you notice, yeah, right? You see that this metal part comes out and then it goes out like that way. That's a little spring right there. Ah, man, how can I show you?
I see it.
No, how can I? Okay, watch this. See how I push that in? That's a little spring. So this is how you're going to install the thing. You're going to put the brake pad in like this, and these tabs are going to push those springs in, and then you're going to push the brake pad in. It's difficult to show you from the inside. You can't really see it. But here's on the outside. This is exactly what you're going to do on the inside. Make sure, guys, make sure the silent stop, the name, the anti-squeal shim, make sure that's away from the rotor on each side. No, people might be funny. They like, let's install it this way. It'll last longer.
Sure would.
Yeah. All right, so we put them like this. Line them up. Now you're gonna push in the spring action. You're gonna push in, and then go inside just like that. Now, look at this. Look how easy that moves. That's what that grease is for. Alright, so now on the other side, now that you got that, you can pretty much do the other side. Just gotta reach in here. Can you see that? Can you see that, Sibby?
Not with your big head in my way.
Well, I gotta move it. I gotta go right here.
Good heavens. Yeah, we see nothing. We got a good shot on this side.
Alright, dude.
We got a good shot on this side.
Alright, push that in. Alright, now, since you got that side, let's go on the other side, and I'll show you again on the outside one. And well, maybe we can get a good shot on the inside. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're on the right side now. Same procedure. Put them in like that. Push the clip in, and just like that. Very simple, guys. Go to the inside. Yeah, I know you can't see this one either.
No. Certainly can't see the spring.
The one on the inside one is always. But I know now I got it lined up with the spring. So now push in. There's, see how the spring action and inside. That looks good. That's what I'm talking about. That's how brakes are supposed to be done. Alright, let's go to the other side because this caliper, the pistons are pushed out. It's coming out here just a little bit. So I got to push those in. But before we do that, we pushed in the other side. Let's get that caliper mounted up there. So then we push this. So we push one side in with the other side out. These pistons will start walking out.
You
all right?
told us that already.
I gotta tell them again.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, let's grab our caliper and get our caliper down in from around there. And remember, when you put this on, you know, don't try to twist it and try to put this on. Keep an eye on that hose. Make sure that hose is not twisted. So right now, right there, there's not a lot of pressure on it anywhere. Let's put it over the brake pads. Then it's going to get to a point where it's going to hit right up against those slide pins. Move the slide pin in. Okay, put that one on. Get one of your 12mm bolts. And I had to go to the wall side where this is on. And you're going to just start that off by a couple threads.
Didn't they put that hose in the awkward spot?
Yeah, they did.
It's forward again.
So, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Dang it. Alright, start that off by a couple threads. Then lower it down. And now what you got to do is on the bottom down here, you're going to have to slide that pin in again. And once you slide it in, the caliper is going to drop down. Okay? Take your bolt.
You're not in.
And start that off by a couple threads. You always start your bolts off by a couple threads by hand so you just don't cross thread them. Alright, then get my 12mm shallow 3/8 drive, my 3/8 drive ratchet. You want to go ahead and tighten them up. And if you got a ratchet, what you want to do is tighten it up till it stops and then a little bit more. That's it. Alright, this side is done. Now what we're going to do... Oh, no, it ain't. My bad. Let's switch over to our 4-inch 3/8 drive extension with our 10mm socket, shallow. And this hose over here, we got to put this bolt back. Over here. Start it off by a couple threads. Okay. And go there. And let's tighten that up. Right. Now, let's go to the other side and we gotta get our C-clamp to push those pistons.
Don't you have to check the tippy towel first?
No, that's good.
How do you know?
Let's go check it for Sylvie. Alright? We'll be right back. Alright guys, here we go. For Sylvia, the Timmy towel. Yeah, good thing she said that. Look,
See?
that thing soaked all up.
You see?
See that? Yeah, okay, you got that one.
Okay.
Alright, so notice guys, no spill around here. That's what I like about this towel. So what we gotta do is change it now. Take that one off. Stick a new one in there. And now we can go over to the passenger side. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, I got the C-clamp set up. Let's turn this and bring those, see if we can bring both of those pistons in at the same time. As you can see, it's not much at all. Oh yeah. Okay. Great. Let's unhook it. Okay, make sure there's not a lot of, the hose is not twisted, which is good. Let's bring it down over our new brake pads. Alright, we're in there, but we're hitting up against this clip right here, the slide pin. So let's push that in, bring that over like that. Start the bolt off by a couple threads. Okay. The bottom one go in already? Yeah, it's in there. Start that off by a couple threads. And you know, while we're at it, let's get that 10mm bolt that's going over here that's holding in the line. since we already got the socket up there, the 10 millimeter. Let's tighten that up. And then tighten up the two. Now on this side, remember we looked, those are 14 millimeter. One side, other side, on the driver's side, it's 12. Being that these are new, these are 14 millimeter. If I grab a 13 millimeter, that ain't gonna work. Alright, let's get those. Let's tighten those up. And definitely pay attention, guys, because the next part of this video is very, very important. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, guys, the next thing we're going to do is tighten up the lug nuts on our tires. Now, it's very important you do not tighten it up like 1, 2, 3, 4, because just in case there's any rust or corrosion on the inside of the rim or on the outside of the rotor, and if you tighten up like that, it might set crooked, and when you go down the road, the car's going to be wobbling everywhere, and you're going to think you did something wrong. You got to tighten this up in a cross pattern. Like, okay, you got your 21 millimeter deep, half-inch drive. We'll start off down here. You bring this one in. You just bring one in just a little bit just to set that rim so it don't move and it's good. Now you're going to go right across from it. Then you're going to tighten up that one. Go back across, tighten up that one. And now you're going to start going across here. Like do this one. Then go right across from it and do that one. Go across, do that one. Back, do that one. And that way, this rim is now flushed. Get your cap, your cover, put it on, pop it right on. Alright, still, there's another important part in this video you got to pay attention to. But first, let me put the other tire on, and then I'm going to show you that. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, let's remove our Timmy towel, and then install our cap back. Now remember we pushed those pistons back on the caliper? Now, when you step on the brake pedal, those pistons are going to come back out. But when you step on the brake, they got to come out to a certain point before they meet their rotors. So when you step on the brake pedal, your brake pedal is going to go all the way down till those pistons come out, and then you're going to have to pump it up again. If you try to start your car up and move it right now, it is a good chance that you're going to hit somebody. So let's go pump these brake pedals up.
Why does it have to be somebody? Why can't it be something?
All right, something.
I'm just asking.
You're going to hit something or somebody. How's that? So,
sure.
Now, watch the brake pedal. If you was to start it up right now and try to move, you step on your brake pedal. So your brake pedal goes all the way down to the floor. What you got to do is take it out, release it, step on it again. Then again. See it now? That's all it goes right there. Now those pistons are out. Push the brake pads up against the rotors, and it is set right now. So now you are good to go. Great job.
You don't have to start the car for that, right?
No, you do not. You do not have to start the car. Repeat, you do not have to start the car. Alright, we'll be right back.
Today we worked on a 2001 Ford Excursion with a 6.8 engine, and we showed you how to replace the rear brake pads.
And we show you how to do what thing to check in case like when people do something wrong.
Right, and your brakes are heating up or all that other mess. If you guys have any comments or questions, you can post it below in the comment section, or you can email Timmy at tim@AstralAutoRepairs.com. Hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. This is Sylvia from Astral Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. See you next time.